Hi friends, I'm here in my bathroom with a black light. Thought it would be fun today to talk about some Hypholoma mushrooms, both of which glow quite excitedly in the ultraviolet light. These are not actually bioluminescent, like say the jack-o'-lantern or the honey mushroom. They do not contain the enzyme luciferase or create their own light. They just get very excited by ultraviolet light. And if you've ever seen a side-by-side of like how the bees see the flowers and how we see them, insects can see things very differently. That's why these mushrooms are glowing like this. They're attracting little insects to spread their spores throughout the forest. So yeah, we're gonna go out and talk about the brickcap mushroom and the sulfur tuft mushroom, and then later in the episode we're gonna do a tasting of the brickcap, see if it is a worthwhile edible mushroom or a bitter waste of time. So yeah, let's get out in the woods and go check out these mushrooms. Let's go. It's a great time to go foraging for mushrooms. With all the leaves off the vegetation, the forest is easily viewed and navigated, and it just kind of helps fight the winter blues if you get out and go on an extended hike for a while. But I got some mushrooms over here I want to show you. Pretty excited about them. Let's go take a look. All right, let's check out this beech tree stump here from this fallen beech tree. Have a number of little orange mushrooms. There's some bigger ones. They're in clusters mostly. Kind of this orangish creamish color. But yeah, just covering the stump. There's quite a number of them. So this is the brickcap mushroom. Very nice. All right, so here are our brickcap mushrooms. Beautiful kind of orangish, reddish brick color in the center of the cap, fading to kind of a cream color. On the outside, we have a cream stem, a little bit of yellow staining from being handled. The stem kind of gets darker as it goes toward the bottom as well. But the giveaway is this gray fertile surface, this kind of purplish grayish color underneath. This will have kind of a purplish spore print, much like the sulfur tuft. The sulfur tuft is also a Hypholoma species and a very poisonous one. The brickcap mushroom is primarily found in the eastern United States and in Europe, and a little bit down in Mexico, a few other places in the world. This is Hypholoma lateritium. I assume that's referring to its late season. It has kind of a late short season. Then the sulfur tuft is fasciculare, and then there's another Hypholoma capnoides that only grows on conifer wood. This is also sometimes called the cinnamon cap or the chestnut mushroom, but most often the brickcap, not to be confused with the chestnut mushroom you'll find at the farmer's market or some high-end stores. That is a different genus altogether. That is a Foliota species. You can see the gills are attached to the stem. They don't run down the stem, but they don't stop before they reach the stem. They're attached, and does grow in big clusters and big groups of clusters, similar to the sulfur tuft. But this is just a much larger mushroom, generally speaking. Some of them do bear a slight resemblance to the deadly Gallerina, a little orange mushroom as well. But so this comes out in bigger clusters, and it's a much larger mushroom. So yeah, that's really cool. Very excited to find all of these brickcaps. Now let's go see if we can find some sulfur tufts and take a look at those for a comparison. Okay, so if we just walk a little ways down this tree, we'll find the sulfur tufts on the same tree. It's really kind of a mushroom host of the highest order. There's probably about 10 different mushrooms living on this down beech tree. All right, here's some sulfur tufts right here, little small guys. You can see them kind of popping out all over the surface here. And keep moving. Got some more sulfur tufts down here. These are a little bigger. here we have some nice big ones. These are a little older, I assume. Cool. Let's check these guys. There's those dark spores on the gills there. Okay, so here's our sulphur tufts. Yellow, getting a little darker on the stem as it goes toward the bottom, a little darker at the center of the cap there, and you can see that this younger one, the pore surface isn't quite so dark. When they first come out, they will not have this super dark greenish purple underside. But when they get older, it gets way darker. They're much smaller than the brick caps, have a skinnier stem. There's not much to them really, but this is a very, very poisonous mushroom. Comes out in the winter months and the late fall. And they can grow in big clusters, as you've seen. But yeah, that's a mushroom you definitely don't want to consume. The sulphur tuft. Let's try out these brick caps. Should be interesting. So it says that the older ones can be bitter. So I'm gonna try. I've got a younger one with a more rolled edge from the day before, and this one from today was a little more opened up. So we'll see if there's any difference. Probably won't make much of a difference, but you never know. And we'll throw them in the pan. I'm gonna dry fry those until they start to steam and sizzle. Then I'm gonna add a little olive oil. Okay, now that we've cooked some of the water out of the mushrooms, there's room inside the mushroom to absorb the oil. So I'll add a little bit of olive oil here. All right, I think those are done. Time for the tasting. I think these are ready. Try the one from yesterday, the younger one first. No bitterness there. Try that again. Yeah. Have good mushroom flavor, a nice chew. Not bad at all. Now let's try the older one. Yeah, no bitterness there. Yeah, that's a good mushroom. Has a kind of sweet note on the back end. Pairs very nicely with olive oil. A little salt would make them even better. So yeah, that's definitely a mushroom I'll eat again if I find it. So they do kind of reduce down into not very much. So you would need a lot of them to really make a meal. But a very good mushroom. I hope you enjoyed that, and I'll see you next time on Mushroom Journeys.